taking care of some business today. Got to walk over here and take care of something real quick. Taking about a minute. This car is hurry up. Jeez. You move any slower? Like seriously. Like you get this whole road ahead of you, just can't. You're moving so slow. Like why? It's not a traffic jam in front of you. Just move. All right. So yeah, true. Fernando, as a YouTuber Crow1176, calls our company's phone line over 25 times, back to back to back. Do you have any idea the mental state that somebody has to be in to call the same phone number over and over, again and again and again, back to back to back? They're like a minute away from each other. So he's calling and hanging up, and calling and hanging up. Now, are we hearing this? No, we can't hear it. I told you that because of the problems we had in the past with people doing this, automatically when it reaches a certain number, it goes into a folder. They ping it right back to the address, comes up in Baldwin, California, his address, which is, what is it? Big Dalton, yeah. Apartment E. It's coming back to your address. That's what it's coming back to. Now, why is he so upset? Because Fernando ripped off a lot of major companies, went on YouTube, bragged about it, got himself in a buttload of trouble. Ran an illegal business out of his apartment that literally could have killed some people, if not already made some people very sick from the plastic that those printers were giving off, that burning plastic smell. But anyway, got himself in a lot of trouble. So that's the reason why he's upset, and it's the reason why he's mad right now. So ain't much he can do at the end of the day, but just basically face the music. That's what's gonna come up. Got prison time coming. And that's why he's frustrated. That's why he's lashing out. That's not gonna help you, buddy. See, this is what I'm talking about. But I just got finished talking about people, that how short life is. And this guy at the end of the day is on a thread. He's on a thread, a very thin thread. And if he passes away, he's in a lot of trouble. This man has not carried his cross. He has not served God. He has followed the devil thick and thin. The devil's got his nails so far in him, he's pretty much inbred in him. And that's the sad thing about it. I don't want to cross there. So instead of him repenting and trying to find some kind of closure with God, he decided to lash out. Jaime, attacking us won't do any good. Calling me over and over again is just more evidence. Those calls are forwarded to ICE now. So you know that. Because of the problems we've been having with you, they forward all your calls over to them, which is pinged with your IP address and your address, where it's coming from. Even more evidence, the reason why you can't be here in this country. Because of your attitude, the way you carry yourself. Oh, you can thank Matrix for that one. Yeah, he redirected all his calls. Like Mr. Williams' calls are redirected right back to the building and its social worker. Yep. I told you guys at the end of the day, stop playing with us at the end of the day. I told you this. But he hasn't learned anything. So, buddy, look, there's no way around this. You know, you have common sense at the end of the day. Everybody's born with common sense. We all got it. And you knew darn well you should have not been printing out anybody's licensed material and selling it for your own profit. You knew this was wrong, but yet you did it anyway. And then you went on YouTube and you self-snitched on yourself. Now, if you want to take it as, well, it's wrong for what it was wrong for what I did, so I'm gonna allow you to rip off my country at the end of the day? No. I don't care if you're not from here, I'm not gonna allow you to rip it off. I'm a businessman myself. I gotta pay for these trademarks, patents for that technology I show up outside. I gotta pay for that stuff. That stuff is expensive. And to have somebody like you come along and rip off a company that paid for all this stuff, protect their business, for you to make money of something they worked hard to build. You riding off the backs of other people's hard work. That's what you're doing. We call those parasites, because that's what you are. You're a parasite. You ride off the back of other people's hard work and take their hard work and make money off their hard work. That's what makes what you do so disgusting. And as a businessman, I don't like it. You did it to us. Try to benefit off our copyrights. You even stole everything from our labels to the hard work and testing that I wanted to make my specification sheets. I have to be out here to do all that testing. You don't do that. You don't do any testing on your products. You put no hard work into your products at all, period. We do all that. You got nerve to steal my specification sheet, try to put on your website, try to claim it as your own. Took my customers' pictures, try to put on his website, try to claim its own. You are nothing more than a parasite. Your job is to ride on the back of other people who work hard every day and try to feed and take from them the benefit for your own profit. Whatever happens to you at the end of the day. And I got more in the call. I got another 20 more people that I'm planning to call that will vouch for the people we previously called. Well, you're going, you're leaving. That's all to it. We don't need this kind of nonsense in our country. We don't need it. We don't need people that are going to come in here and rip off and steal from people who work hard for their products. We don't need it. So you got to go. So you can call 25 and call 30 times. Keep in mind, after the first 2 calls, you're automatically redirected back to ICE. So you come up, IP address pops up, your phone number pops up. Even if you have a fake number at the end of the day, we got your IP address. All these cell phones have IPs on them. So all that goes back. It's your address attached to it. Everything goes right back. So you know from the door. You got to grow up, man. You got to grow up and you got to face the music. You don't have a right to come to this country and steal. Do you understand me? So you're going to have to leave. And you can say, oh, it's not racist, buddy. If it was racist from the door, how come you didn't call the police? I noticed that. I looked on your YouTube account. There's no videos of you actually contacting the police, talking to them about what you were doing. Nothing at all. Did you contact anybody? Did you contact zoning? Anybody looking at this channel? Ain't nothing there. So that means that if you can't tell the police about what you did, if you can't tell zoning about what you're doing, then that means, guess what that means, Fernando? That means you're breaking the law. That's what that means. So you know what that means, right? Alrighty then, you can put 2 and 2 together. You know exactly what's going to happen after that. You know, we got to contact and who's going to be involved. You right now cannot reach out to the police and tell them what you're doing. So, for the guy, Oatmeal, who came on and talked all this nonsense at the end of the day, welcome to Under the Bus, because that's where you just went at. So you contact us, which was the dumbest thing you could do. And now we have your information of where you lay your head at, because again, I'm going to take care of you at the end of the day. I'm going to contact some locals in your neck in the woods, law enforcement, whoever we got to get a hold of, and I'm going to have somebody pay you a visit. I'm going to file charges against you, and I'm going to sue you behind for harassment. So, hope you got a good 20, 30,000, maybe 50 grand laying around, because you're going to owe me. But other than that, he threw you under the bus. Picked you up by your trousers and threw you, whoop, under the bus. So you contact us, talking about how it's not against the law what he's doing, then how come he can't walk into a police station and explain this to them? Because he broke the law, that's why. No videos, right? On his channel, nothing there. That's why he's mad. He's upset because he knows we're right. He's upset because he knows he's on his way out. He's upset because everything I said out of my mouth was true. So where's the video at, Jamie? You know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'll give you another day. I'll give you today. To the end of the day, go down to BALDWIN Police Department, BALDWIN Park Police Department, walk in there, record the whole thing so we all can see it. I want to see the whole thing, the whole thing. Bring down some of the items you counterfeited and go in there and tell them what you're doing in that apartment. And then don't forget zoning, because I'm about to call them in about a few minutes, right after this phone, right after this whole video. I'm about to contact them. You go in there and you tell them what you've been running in that apartment. Those videos at the end of the day, Jamie, they were sent out to your landlord. Your landlord knows your activity now. And he ain't happy. I told you to find him. City Hall, he marked this building as in it's there, but technically it's not there. But we were able to figure out some other stuff, and he got your videos. So he ain't too happy. So, like I said, If everything you did was by the book, right? Right, by the book, you should have no problem explaining it to him. You should have no problem explaining to a law enforcement officer. You should have no problem explaining this to code enforcers, fire marshal. You should have no problem with that. So where's the video at? There's nothing on your account. There's nothing there. Where's the videos? Then we must be right? Did you do a video about your storage unit? Did you walk in front of the building, show where the building's at? Walk in and show the storage number? Did you show that? No, you didn't show it. You know why? Because you know what you have in that storage unit, you're not supposed to have in there. You can get your sister in trouble with that at the end of the day, because I'm pretty sure that's her unit. So, with that being said, at the end of the day, you notice that his wife never shows up on these things, right? Because she ain't stupid. She ain't trying to get involved in that dumb nonsense. You never see her anticipating none of this nonsense at all, period. That's just all him at the end of the day. Yeah, buddy. Your timeline is up. It's up. So, as I said before, I contacted all the proper authorities to take care and handle this mess. And the reason why ICE got involved in this, because his little doxing videos that we got from you on your website, are you doxing addresses? FBI is involved in that right now, because you're not supposed to do that. It's against the law. So, again, I'm going to give you another chance. Prove me wrong. If you're saying I'm all these things and I'm out to get you, and you know you've got a legitimate, real business at the end of the day, make those phone calls and we all want to hear it. Oh, don't forget to contact those companies too that you basically made copies of their stuff and sold it, like Nintendo, Capcom, all of them. Contact them. Reach out to them. I want to hear the whole conversation on the phone. Because I want you to tell them at the end of the day, hey, especially Nintendo, I want you to tell them at the end of the day, hey, look, here's a picture of an item that I sold that belongs to you, and I'm pretty sure you'll be okay with me making money off your products without basically paying you a dime. Go out and contact them. I'll post the number again. I'll put your name up on a YouTube video and put the number of Nintendo right next to it, and you contact them, and I bet you don't call them. I'm going to make that for you. The minute I get back in the office, I'm going to make that video. I'm going to put Nintendo's number. That's how you reach them for piracy. You call them. Because I get tired of your Karen attitude. I really do. They're all that crying and whining. Poor me. I didn't do anything wrong. At the end of the day, he's coming against me. He's jealous. Well, if that's the case, then make those phone calls. Prove me wrong. That's all you got to do. Prove me wrong. Just like I sat there and said about your paints. When I sent that paint to your front door, I said these paints match all your products. It's the same thing. Same black and white mixture, just a different shade. Prove me wrong. Sent it to your front door, right? What did you do? You sent it back to me. So guess what that means? Your Cinemax mix is the same thing as that black and white product we see on your YouTube video. So do me that favor, Jamie. Prove me wrong today. So I got to make that phone call for a couple of people. So prove me wrong. Prove all of us wrong. As a matter of fact, not only me, prove all of us on YouTube, everybody wrong. That you're running a real business. Because if you're running a real business, why are you hiding it? I don't see any company running a business that's legit that's hiding it. If anything, they're trying to advertise it. They're trying to get more publicity toward their business. So show me. So keep in mind, once code enforcers, they haven't been there already. Code enforcers hit that building, it's a number of things it's going to be involved in. The chemicals that he has and he's storing and using, where is he disposing the waste? Because you don't have the license to get one of those trucks up there to pick up, that have one of the special dumpsters. You have to have a license for that. You can't just call them up and say, hey, look, I need a dumpster at so-and-so and so. They'd be like, is that a business? First of all, you're not even zoned for it, so you can't even get it anyway. You have to be zoned for that particular waste unit. You're not zoned for it. You got an apartment. You're in an apartment. So how's this going to work at the end of the day? So yeah, they're going to get him for a whole lot of stuff. Environmental damage, all that stuff. He's going to get hit with a lot of crazy stuff. All right, well, I got to call them back because all your information, all the stuff, the pictures, everything we got, we sent it over to them. And they are coming down with officers. So he might have got a call from them. He might have got a notice. Whatever went on, he contacted us over 25 times. I don't know what's on the messages. I don't care at all, period. But I know they were forwarded back. to some place you don't want them to go. So, with that being said, you'll have to explain that to them. Yeah, like I said, feed into the devil. Look at ranting and carrying on and acting up. You know what, Jamie? I'm going to tell you right from the door. You're going to end up in El Salvador. You're going to end up over there. You're going to end up over there. It's a lesson you're going to have to learn. Keep on playing the game with that demon, especially when you get over there and see what happens. They're not the ones to play with at the end of the day. That's not YouTube over there. That's a whole nother different world over there. You better find God when you're over there. You don't find God over there, there is plenty of opportunities to take you out over there. And again, no one ever know you're over there because they'll erase everything, all traces of everything. That you never ever went there, but you're there. So you got a major crossroad you're going to have to cross. And he'll sit back and say, but he's supposed to be a Christian. He should have never, what? That's so backwards, it's not even funny. It even sounds wrong when I say it. I'm a Christian. I'm not supposed to do what? I'm not supposed to report you when you're doing things to other people and us. We're supposed to allow you to continue on. That's what we're supposed to do. I'm not the one to forgive you for that. That's God at the end of the day. I am no God. I'm a man at the end of the day. That's someone you need to take before him. I have nothing to do with that. You're breaking the law. You broke the law with us. You touched our copyrights and carried on and acted up. Universal Studio. You made money off the Frankenstein. Did you pay any money out to them? Did they get any of that money back? They got none of it, right? You pocket all that money, right? And they got not one red cent out of that, right? All right then. Then it's wrong. I'm not going to sit by and let somebody rip companies off. I have a company myself. I wouldn't appreciate if somebody took the technology that I worked hard to come out here and design and make, and for somebody to come and rip off my product and try to make money off something that I worked hard for. I can't stand these particular form of parasites. I really don't. I can't stand them. Because you get people who work hard. Imagine you working hard to make money, and somebody comes along and takes away half of your check. Not only the people you got to take off already, but somebody just comes along and takes half of your. They don't do any work at all. No work at all. They just take half of your check. You got to pay them half of your check. They do no work at all. How would that make you feel at the end of the day? And you don't even know they're taking it, but they're taking it. That would tick you off. You work hard, get up, work your 9 to 5, make your money, and somebody's going to take half of that out of your pay. And that's what he's doing. I don't care, Jamie, if the companies are worth millions of dollars. Thou shalt not steal. Like you put down in your whatchamacallit, you said blessed, right? You said you was blessed. How is God going to bless you when you broke a commandment? That's about as backwards gets. How is God going to bless you if you broke a commandment? That's like somebody robbing a bank and shooting and killing 3 people and go, oh, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to have this money. That's literally what you did. And disrespect God that way, too, on top of that. You know to put down blessed. That's the same thing I understand. People curse and talk about Jesus at the same. I would never understand that as long as I live. Let me explain something to you, Jamie. So you don't know anything about the Bible, you'll learn this one. You can't get fresh water and polluted water from the same well. You can't sit with angels and you can't sit with demons at the same table. It's one or the other. That's what you did. You try to get polluted and fresh water from the same well by saying that you were committing a crime by stealing from companies and profited off them and making money, and then turn around and say, I'm blessed. How is God blessing that if that breaks one of his commandments? 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal. How in the world can God bless you if you are basically breaking the commandment? Only Satan would tell you such a twisted lie. Because Satan's the one that told you to put it up there. So Jamie, I'm done with this conversation. I got phone calls to make. I got people to reach out. At the end of the day, you should not be here. You know why, Jamie? Because you do not respect where you're at. You don't respect where you're at. You take, you steal, you rob, you cheat, you lie. That's what you do. You don't belong here. You don't. And stop mixing yourself up with Mexicans at the end of the day who do respect being here. Stop doing that. Because that's ticking my friends off at the end of the day. They don't appreciate the fact that you want to call yourself a Mexican and you're doing all that nonsense. Don't lump them in with that nonsense. They're not doing what you do at the end of the day. You're a criminal. That's what you are. And you're a thief. I don't know what's worse, the fact that you ripped off just about anything you get your hands on, or the fact you stole from Stan Lee. Are we not clear on that part about Stan Lee? Are we not clear about that? On how disgusting the act was you just did? So for those you don't know, yeah, this guy ripped off Stan Lee. Took his Spider-Man and had a nerve to say at Comic-Con that I just printed this. Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. You're lucky you didn't run into a hardcore fan of Stan Lee, because there might have been a brawl in there. You might have gotten knocked out. Because that is some disrespect, if it isn't. A man that grew up in New York City, and his imagination allowed us to live a fantasy land that we didn't even know was even possible. You know, everybody did Spider-Man. Who the freak didn't swing from something at the end of the day and try to do the whole cobweb thing and all that? Who did? Who did not try this at all? And then you turn around and you call yourself a fan of Marvel? No, you're not. You're no fan of Marvel. And you're going to turn around and steal his work and make money and pocket his work, spend his money, and you want the Comic-Con to do this bullcrap at the end of the day? You are disgusting. You are definitely disgusting. Don't ever call yourself a Marvel fan. I have a Marvel collection. You know where it sits at? It sits in a temperature-controlled environment. I can't go near it. I can't even look at it. It hurts too much to look at it. It literally hurts that much to go in and look. I can't even look at any of the statues because I can't get over the fact that he passed away. I grew up with that. And when you come in and you do something like that, that is such disrespect. It's not even funny. So yes, I want you out of this country. And I'm going to do whatever it takes, whoever I got to call. At the end of the day, I'm getting you out of the country. You do not belong here. Anyone else who's working hard, and don't get it mixed up with anybody else. And don't sit there and say at the end of the day, people that, you know, the fact that he's Mexican, no, it's him. It's only him. Only him. Don't blame anybody else for his messed up nonsense at the end of the day. And again, I said before, don't send him any hatred either. Don't do that. Don't feed into Satan at the end of the day. You can express how you feel at the end of the day without basically adding threats into it. Because you don't want to do that. Don't follow down that road. But other than that, you are a disrespectful slime ball. That's what you are. How you doing, Chief? You are a disrespectful slime ball. That's what you are. Now, do I hate you for what you did? No. But do I like you for what you did? No, I don't like what you did. Disgusting, man. Really disgusting. You feel nothing wrong from that? Really? As a collector? At that, you're a collector at that. That's what makes it far worse. You're a collector. How in the world can you disrespect anything but Marvel like that? Oh my goodness, it's just unbelievable, man. This guy's a dirtbag, man. He's a straight up freaking dirtbag. Gee, you'll steal from freaking anybody. You'd steal probably from your own mother if you could. It's unbelievable. I'm done. I can't finish this comment. This is just, it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. It is. I can't even look upon my collection. I can't. It hurts too much to look at it. If you look at my office, there's not one Marvel. I can't even play the game anymore. It hurts that much. And you disrespect this man at the end of the day on that level. And they got a nerve to complain at the end of the day that you feel that you didn't do nothing wrong, that you have the right to be exonerated at the end of the day because you didn't do nothing wrong, that you should continue. Oh man, I'm telling you, the fact that you ripped off so much, man. Jason Voorhees, are you kidding me? You ripped off Friday the 13th, Jason. Oh, you ripped off all of those? Just steal. Everything that's going to happen to you, you got coming to you. Can't get mad at anybody else. Take responsibility as a man. For the first time in your life, take responsibility. That's what you need to do. Take responsibility. I got to go, people. Y'all have a good one.